The heartbeat of competition, the drama of the moment. This is NASCAR on McBlam Racing.
It's Saturday night short track madness once again in the Truck Series as we kick off the first round of the NASCAR playoffs here at the last great Coliseum, known as the Thunder Valley. 8 out of the 32 drivers will take to their respective corners, preparing to do battle against one another as they fight for the 2021 Truck Series Championship. And for the remaining drivers that didn't make it, well, they're just here to spoil the party. Round 1 of the playoffs is about to commence, so let's do some NASTRUCKing at Bristol.
Thank you, JC. That was JC1424. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to subscribe to his channel for some of the most entertaining racing and gaming content. I'm Mike McBlam, commentator and driver of the 54, leading the charge here at Bristol. For those that made it, and for those that didn't, a championship may be out of the question, but a victory at Thunder Valley will be just as awesome. It's going to be Benjamin Rhodes and myself who are going to lead this band of hooligans to the line. Green flag is in the air. Let's bring the noise at Bristol. First lap is complete, and absolutely blistering start there. As we got away from Benjamin Rhodes very quickly, as I'm trying to run this outside lane. What I try to do here is I try to run the outside going in, diamond the corner as we come off. So I kind of missed my mark a little bit there, but no harm, no foul. Where I do usually run really well is around the middle. That's where I usually run really well, especially when I want to get away from somebody. So I'm going to try to hang out around there for a little bit, and if he starts catching up to me a little bit, I'm going to run it high and then just diamond it right back down off the corner if I can make it down there. So it's a little snug. I'm checking out my tire wear right now, just to see what that's looking like. But yeah, the truck's feeling a little bit snug, but that's to be expected. Like I said, carrying a lot more speed into these corners. We have playoff contenders Ross Chastain, Matt Crafton up here in the top 5. Todd Gilliland, Ben Rhodes just couldn't make the show. It's unfortunate. But we do have possibly some championship implications. Johnny Sauter is towards the back. I believe he had to replace his transmission, so that's not good for the 13 team at a place that's really, really tough to pass. Which, I mean, it's going to be fine for me because I'm in a 5-star car. I'm in a 5-star truck, so it's going to be really... Ooh, caught the wall just a little bit there. It's going to be really easy for me. But, you know, if you're in like 4-star below, you don't have that acceleration off the corner just right. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough time. It's gonna be a tough time. Todd Gilliland and Ross Chastain exchange hands. We're catching up to lap traffic. I don't know if that will catch them fully before the stage ends. 4 laps to go in stage number 1. Yeah, we're just putting on a clinic here, man. Putting on an absolute clinic. I don't want to get too cocky just yet, though. But yeah, it looks like we will probably have this in the bag. 3 laps to go. There's Haley Deegan up ahead. Deegan about to go 1 lap down. Where's she going to go? Is she going to go high? It's cool. I'm going to go low. Trying to hug the bottom a little bit there. Ooh, a little snug off of turn number P4. That's because I got on the gas a little bit too soon, realistically. You can get on the gas a little bit sooner if you run the top. You run the bottom. Oh my gosh, Travis Quapple. Oh, hang on to it, buddy. I wasn't sure where he was going. I wasn't sure if he was going top or bottom. I'm going to go down here on the bottom and kind of hold it down there. And try to get to inside of our teammate if he gives us room. He does. He's squeezing us a little bit. Doesn't want to go a lap down, but that's okay. We win stage number 1, but he will get that lap back. So it's going to be myself, Benjamin Rhodes, Todd Gilliland, Brett Moffitt, Ross Chastain will round out the top 5. Matt Crafton, Tyler Ankrum, Austin Hill, Grant Enfinger, and Rafael Assard will round out the top 10. What is going on? What is going on? I'm trying to read the rundown for the stage, and these guys are just wrecking. These guys were just wrecking. All right, big wreck on the backstretch, I guess, but we're going to lose a couple of spots after pit stops. Rhodes and Moffitt will lead them to the line for stage number 2. Green flag is in the air. Oh, are we aggressive enough? Here we go, 3 wide in turn number 1. Clear. Back into the lead. Harrison Burton tried to go after us, but he's currently being challenged by Brett Moffitt on the outside. Harrison Burton looks like he is going to get that position. Harrison Burton, another one who just didn't make the cut. That was because of the 2 truck who pulled off one heck of a performance at Michigan. Just a heck of a performance. He managed to slide himself in to the playoff 8. That left Harrison Burton, last year's Truck Series champion, outside looking in. Ooh, a little bit loose off of turn 4 that time, but we got 7 to go in this stage. Ooh, caught the wall just a little bit. Handling feels like it's starting to go away a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get it right back. Benjamin Rhodes back into... Oh, Harrison Burton's fallen all the way back to 5th. Yeah, Benjamin Rhodes back up in 2nd. Moffitt now in 3rd. We have Josh Bilicki out of nowhere. Bilicki up here in the top 5, running P4. Curious to know where Johnny Sauter might be. 5 laps to go in stage number 2. This should be a simple stage win for us. I don't think we'll catch any lap traffic before this stage is over. 4 laps to go. Yeah, Ross Chastain looks like he's fallen out of the top 5. But these guys aren't letting me get too far away. They're staying within about a second. They're not getting too far away. They're kind of still running back there, but I don't think they've got anything for this 54. It is just absolutely hooked up. And there we go. Caution comes out to end stage number 2 early. That's going to be myself and Benjamin Rhodes once again in 2nd. Brett Moffitt, Josh Bilicki, Harrison Burton will round out the top 5. We have Austin Wayne Self, Kyle Benjamin, Gus Dean, Josh Remy, and Clay Greenfield. Best buddy Clay. How about it? Up in the top 10. All getting stage points, but that's interesting. I don't know what's happening. I wish I was back there to see what was going on with the shuffles and everything, but yeah, no pit stops. We got enough fuel to make it to the end, so we're not going to be pitting. We're going to have to stay out on old tires and hope we make it to the end and don't wreck. Here we go. 3rd and final stage is underway as we boogie straight down into turn 1. Look at Austin Wayne Self was up here now. Took a look for the top 5. Couldn't quite make it happen, though. Harrison Burton moves his way back up into 4th. Rhodes and Moffitt still slugging it out for 2nd and 3rd. Bilicki will round out the top 5. Yeah, we're putting on just an absolute clinic here. This truck is so hooked up right now. It just rolls through these corners so well. And while it does do this, on a default setup, it will roll through the center pretty good. But if, man, I do have a custom setup in here, and it just feels so good. Even on, like, the older tires, as you see, like, tire wear is starting to really play a factor now as we're starting to pull away from these guys. 19 laps to go in this particular stage. It's going to be interesting to see if we can actually make it without wrecking. Although we did just fine. We did just fine. You know, a little bit snug over there. Got on the gas a little bit too early. But yeah, we did just fine last year. Actually, we had a chance to actually win last year. But caution came out. I thought people would come down pit road. They did not. And did manage to get a top 10 out of it. But yeah. Yeah, that was one of those mistakes that I made. Not necessarily understanding the pit strategy in this game, which technically cost us the championship last year, because I would just forget that, oh yeah, they're not going to take tires, you know, they're just going to take some splash of fuel and go, and you know what? Meanwhile, I'm taking tires, like, you know, which is what you would normally do, but they're not going to do that in this particular game, obviously. Alright, so we're going to put Haley Deegan another lap down, unfortunately. And looks like our teammate Tyler Ankram's made it up in the top 5. Also, Matt Crafton is coming back. So we got quite a few chase drivers down here. Ooh. Trying to keep Quaffle pinned down there. Okay, we're going to have to be a little bit careful here. I'm not sure where to actually go. If we go to the high side, we got to really... Oh, Boyd, hang on to it. Spencer Boyd got really loose underneath of us, about looped it around. But yeah, there's just nowhere to go right now. We've got about a 5.8 second lead, so I'm not going to try to push this too hard. But I do need to get around these guys at the earliest convenience. Come on, Corbin, I need you to give me a little bit more room, buddy. Corbin Forrester goes a lap down. Spencer Boyd gives us the bottom lane. We're going to go right on by Jennifer Jo Cobb, who also had some mechanical issues. We're going to go right on by her, right on by Jordan Anderson. Now on the tailgate of Christian Eckes. We're probably going to take the outside here, get around him and Joe Nemechek. Off turn number 4. 10 to go in the race. Ooh. Try to get too much. I don't have that much grip left now. Trying to get too much. I don't have that much grip left in the tires anymore. I can't drive it that hard. Alright. Now I'll get around alternate universe John Wolf's nemesis, Austin Wade Self. We don't have any trouble getting around that 22 truck. Yeah, tires are fairly worn on the right sides, but not terrible. Not terrible. Very, very manageable. Alright. Careful around Lassard as we get to the inside of our former nemesis, Mason Massey, who's not necessarily our nemesis anymore. Trying to fight back on the outside to try to stay on that lead lap. Here he goes again. We had to get off the gas and stay off of it for a while as we got on the apron. He was keeping us pitched down there for a little bit, but managed to put him a lap down. We look to the inside of Lassard. Got the nose there. Okay, also going to be able to put Gus Dean one lap down. Now there's our teammate Dylan Lupton, who I take no pleasure in putting a lap down, but I got to do what I got to do. Got to go. And here's Ross Chastain. Ouch. Not a good showing for Ross Chastain here, man. This is not a good showing. You better hope a caution comes out before he goes a lap down, because this is not going to be good for him in the standings. Granted, he's up there, but he can't have too many finishes like this. So we're going to go 3 wide. Ooh, he's going to run the top around his teammate. All the Nice Motorsports drivers right here. Oh, come on, Kyle. Oh, man, we're stuck in a Nice sandwich right now. As we get to the inside of Kyle Benjamin, I got on the apron a little bit there. That got me a little bit squirreled up, but that's okay. I'm going to go right on by. 3 laps to go. Got another group of trucks up here, but I'm going to try to take advantage of this clean air while I can. And before we catch up to them, and that's not the case. But now Matt Crafton is currently running second. Oh boy, all right. Caution is out. Ooh, that's not going to give the lap back to Ross Chastain, though. That's probably going to go to Kyle Benjamin. But yeah, caution is out. Not sure what the caution is for. I can't see anyone pitting. Looks like Corbin Forrester had some trouble. He's going to be coming down pit road. But yeah, it's going to be myself and Matt Crafton for a green-white checker finish here at Bristol. And if the restarts are any indication of what's going to happen, I feel sorry for you, Matt Crafton, but I don't think you're going to win this race, buddy. But here we go. Coming to the line, green flag is back in the air. Oh, Crafton tried to battle back on the outside. He had a little bit of a good jump there, but it was not enough. Okay. Here we come off turn number 4. White flag is in the air one more time around. Right in the middle through turns 1 and 2. Come right up to the wall, and here we go. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. And just for the heck of it, destruction! That was for you, JC. We win here at Bristol. Absolute dominating performance here. Absolutely dominating. Nobody had anything for us. Honestly, the most exciting part was that 3-wide move we had to take the lead back in stage number 2. But when that happened, we just didn't look back. We just didn't look back. Like I said, absolute domination station, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Sunoco race-winning moment. Alright guys, so here are the race results for the University of Northwestern Ohio 200 here at Bristol. Absolute domination. Absolute domination. Everyone tell me how my rear bumper tastes. Sweeping both stages and the race win. Matt Crafton comes in second. Our teammate Tyler Ankrum, who was hard charging all day, comes in third. Fourth is Benjamin Rhodes. Fifth is Brett Moffitt. Sixth, best buddy Clay Greenfield. Look at him move up through the field. Seventh is Austin Hill. Eighth is Sheldon Creed, that guy. Harrison Burton and Parker Kligerman, former teammate, finishes in the top 10. Here's the rest of the field. You can pick out your favorite driver. Stuart Friesen did not have a good race today after being involved in that wreck early on. Wish I could have showed you a replay of it, but the game never gave it to me. Yeah, it did show him kind of moving up through the field. I still do like that. But anyway, what else do we have here? Kaylee Deegan finishing 31st, 2 laps down. Grant Enfinger, first truck out of the race, finishing 31 laps down. So not a good look for the 98. Be interested to see how the field shook up after this particular race. I imagine good point stays, obviously, for Matt Crafton and Tyler Ankrum. And just a really overall good point stay for Clay Greenfield. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, especially for our former teammate down there, Parker Kligerman. So yeah, pretty good point stay for a lot of people who don't typically run up front. So see how the points are going to be, or the standings, I should say, are going to be shaken up by this particular race. We logged the fastest lap of the race, no surprise there. Still didn't back up our practice time, surprisingly. Leading the most laps of the race, again, no surprise there. Like I said, it was absolute domination station. Clay Greenfield gets the on the move for the race. Started 28th, finished 6th. And the tough break of the race goes to Grant Enfinger, who started 6th and finished 32nd, dead last. Alright guys, so here are the playoff standings after Bristol. Obviously, we automatically advance. I don't know why it still shows us in the 83. I really don't know why it still shows us in the 83, but it is what it is. So anyway, we advanced automatically to the next round. Don't really have to worry a whole lot about Canadian Tire in Vegas, but I would still like to rack up some points to help us out through the next round, and that'll help us out there. The round of 6, I should say. Brett Moffitt is in 2nd. 3rd is Matt Crafton. 4th, Tyler Ankrum. Good day today. Good day or good evening tonight for Tyler Ankrum. Ross Chastain up there, and Sheldon Creed is currently 4 points to the good. He is on the bubble. Stuart Friesen is now 4 points to the bad. So a lot of things can happen between between Canadian Tire and Vegas. I would probably say Friesen has more of an advantage at Canadian Tire, but Creed probably has more of an advantage at Vegas. So that bubble spot's going to be moving around. And I mean, don't sleep on Ross Chastain. He can be either really, really awesome, or he could just die in the middle of the race. So don't sleep on Ross Chastain either. Tyler Ankrum's pretty good at road courses, and Vegas, I think he was pretty good last year as well. So I'm not, I think he might be okay. I'm not worried about Brett Moffitt. Brett Moffitt might even just win the race here at Canadian Tire. Grant Enfinger, though, that was a really tough break, but he's only 18 points to the bad, so he's not like out of it. He could still very much have a good race, couple good races, and point his way back up in there. But like I said, that relies on these the 4th, 5th, and 6th to kind of have some bad races. I don't see Tyler having some bad races, but Ross, Sheldon could kind of go either way, but Ross could definitely have the roller coaster effect where he could be really, really good, really, really bad, just in the span of the race, he could just be really good and all of a sudden just fall off the face of the earth. So I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. All I know is I am good for the next couple of races, and then we can go ahead and advance to which are the next 2 races. So it's going to be Talladega, Martinsville, and Phoenix. So we've got those 3 races, and then obviously Homestead's the last particular race. But yeah, we advanced. We've locked ourselves in. Talladega can go one of 2 ways. It can either be really good or really bad. It's usually really good for us, but you still gotta. We'll talk about it when we get there. We'll talk about it when we get there. But Talladega can, it could be one of those things or whatever. Martinsville, don't know, and Phoenix, I feel pretty good about. So anyway, that was Bristol. Once again, shout out to JC1424. Once again, thank you so much for doing that intro, man. Really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Link is in the description down below. We've also got the card up in the top right corner, so be sure to subscribe to him. Comment on his latest video. Tell him Mikey sent you. And other than that, man, this was absolute domination station. I kind of, as the race went on, I kind of wished I had started in the back to make things more interesting, but at the same time, I didn't want anything stupid to happen. As you see what happened with Stuart Friesen, that was a big old wreck, and I could have been involved in that. And who knows, man, like how this race would have went on from there. So like on the one side, just for like the entertainment purposes, I kind of wished I had started in the back. On the other side, however, I am, like I said, trying to avoid anything dumb happening, trying to avoid anything stupid happening. Just because, like, the way this format is, you kind of just need everything to continue to fall your way. And like I said, the regular season doesn't matter all that much at this point. It doesn't matter. So it can get frustrating. It can get really, really frustrating. Anyway, did we just complete our incentive contract? Yeah, I guess we did. 3 top 10s within 4 races. So I guess we already got those 3 top 10s. So we just got to go ahead and do our thing at the Chevy Silverado 250 at Canadian Tire, which should be fun. I like Canadian Tire. I think it's a pretty cool racetrack. I'm not necessarily good there. You know, I could probably still rack up a good top 10 finish there or whatever. But, you know, like I said, I dig it. I always kind of like Canadian Tire. Ever since I've really been introduced to it, I've always kind of enjoyed it. Like I said, I think it's a nice little racetrack. It should be fun. We're just gonna go out there and try to be try to keep our head on our shoulders as much as we can. Not overdrive that little kind of double right-hander, like little bus stop area. Whatever, like that can that can kill you. That can kill you. That can be, you know, go either way. It's either you might overdrive it or you'll just wheel spin it out of the corner. But I usually throw in and just for those who always who might wonder what I typically do here. So if I go to my career settings and I go to controls, what I do is I turn the the throttle sensitivity, I turn that way on down, and I turn my brake sensitivity just down just a little bit more, but I turn this way on down. So that kind of it helps to limit that wheel spin that you might get in second gear. It helps to kind of limit that. Like I said, I could always short shift and alleviate that as well, but I'll lose power coming out of the corner, obviously. So that's typically what I do is I'll turn this way on down, and that'll just like it kind of messes with the linearity just a little bit. And let's see, you see like the throttle. See right now, it's like I'm halfway, which makes sense. So this is all kind of making sense. I've still got like a good few inches, not a few inches, but like, you know, a few inches I could go there. And if I were to take this on down, I'll take it about right there. I usually keep it over here. So then I'll test the sensitivity. Now I'm about half throttle right now. You see I'm only like about a quarter. And as I go forward, now I don't have as much playroom up at the top, but I got to go farther here to actually get the throttle to register. So right now I'm about halfway on the pedal. You see I'm only about a quarter. So that's what helps me limit my wheel spin out of the corner on the road courses. If you are ever curious about why I do that, it was 3, about right there. Yeah, that's about right. So that's typically what I do to avoid the wheel spin coming out of the corner. Helps out a great deal. Great deal. It doesn't help with the braking going in once your tires start to wear. It doesn't help with any of that. You could probably adjust your brake bias, stuff like that, which should be an on-track, adjustment. It isn't. NASCAR 15 got that right. You think about stuff like that. It's like NASCAR 15 got this right. And, F1 has been doing it for years. So, but maybe the next game will have it. Who knows? But yeah, that's typically what I do at Canadian Tire. So just in case you're curious. But anyway, Canadian Tire will be on a weekday. It's usually not on a weekday. Usually it's Friday, Saturdays, or Sundays that we usually typically have racing. But Canadian Tire will actually be in a couple of weeks, Thursday the 16th. So that's when we will be racing at Canadian Tire. We'll have the Xfinity Vegas race after that, and then we'll be going to Vegas in the trucks to round out to finish out the first round of playoffs, finish out the round of 8, going into the round of 6. So you better make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss an upload, because we do these races every weekend following the Gander Outdoor Truck Series IRL. Leave a like on the video, comment below, hashtag Domination, and we will see you at Canadian Tire. So take care. Hashtag Asphalt Mirage. Yes, Kyle, you are everything that you are seeing out there is not really happening. It is not real. It's all just a bad dream. It's all just a bad dream. That's why, you're so far down in the point standings and stuff like that. That's why. It's all just a bad dream. Don't even worry about it.